quick punch, but my Wi-Fi will go out if I go out here again. So, boom, baby, boom, rise and shine. Get in the last of this sunset before it's about to snow again sometime. It's nice and cold here in Finland, and I'm headed to Thailand, and I'm learning about myself. And this morning's motivation is about extreme accountability because I've been reading this mindset book, and it turns out our minds tend to set ourselves in some crazy different directions that they don't intend to go. And I wanted to talk about those places that our minds tend to go and not be in a happy place, but in like a dark place that treats ourselves unwell. And I wanted everybody to be well. And this is the trackability that I've been using. So, first of all, laundry just got done. I actually had to wait for it. It was spinning and being so loud. I was like, fuck, dude, I want to start the show. But it was going crazy, yo. But I got all my laundry done. We're getting shit done because that's what extreme accountability looks like. I'm going to get my laundry done and have this conversation with you guys at the same time because that's what accountability is. You know, it doesn't just get done because you think it's going to get done. It gets done because you actually do the work. And that's been something that I just went down to the smoke shop, hit him up and said, yo, man, am I going to make some shirts at the shop? You know, and I'm like, I promised him a sticker and I wanted to be a man. And I am a man of my word to actually give him his sticker. And it was one of my Highlight NASA stickers. I don't have it because I gave it to him, but I do got some stickers here. Shout out to Fast Buds. My homie gave me this sticker, and I got more stickers. I got the Addicted, Adidas Addicted. I got some more Saints Addiction logo stickers. I got what else do I got? I got a lot of Finland stickers that I'm trying to get rid of before I got 3 weeks before I leave Thailand. So I'm kind of now in crunch mode where it's like, get all the laundry done, do the things that need to get done, make some income. So that way, when I land in Thailand, it's not all for nothing. My buddy's like, well, am I storing all this stuff? And I'm like, yeah, man. But most of the stuff I want to sell. You know, I have a whole bag full of shirts that I bought. And I probably should have got my phone turned on, and that's some regret. But, you know, extreme accountability, we have to have this conversation because it's shame. I know your name is what I was talking about yesterday, but it's also, do I know, you know, myself? Here we go. This will work. This will be perfect. I use some kid's toy or something to brace it so I can talk to you guys and get it the same. But to thine own self be true. Whether it's nobler in the mind or not, you know, that's what seems to happen with all of us. Is how true we are to ourselves, and when you get honest with yourself, it's part of like the process, you know, of getting clean. You know, when you start really seeing, you know, your habits and the way that you act and react, it changes your perspective pretty quickly and tremendously, and that's something that I find one of the hardest things to do is to getting honest. And it's not just about getting clean, it's about getting honest. You know, when you're with yourself and you say, hey, you know, I do certain activities when I get bored, or oh cool, my sweater, the purple hoodie sweater came out good. I was worried about it. It's like my second time washing it, and you know, sometimes these colors bleed, baby. The colors will be bleeding, and I didn't want it to bleed. But let me stack it over here if you know what I mean. Yeah, getting shit done. And that's what this show's all about. Is it's like, you know, a lot of people, they just want to talk about it, you know. Yesterday I talked with my co-producer Benny Mack. He'll be coming into Thailand with me. I was expecting to go just to New Zealand straight with him, but we have opportunity. He has the opportunity to go to Bali and then come visit me. And I think it's super fucking dope that I have these abilities to go see things and go with my friends and create content with them. And I was just like, you know, we don't really have to create content. You know, our lives are exciting enough that you can just follow me around with a motherfucking camera and shit'll get done. And that's what seems to be happening with the life is, you know, to live a life that's exciting, you also have to risk a life that's a bit dangerous, you know, like traveling without no money. Do I recommend it? No. But are you an avid traveler? Probably not. And do you have my connections? Probably not. And And that's what it ends up having. It's like, friends that come to visit, people that are a part of the journey. It's not just easy to just to say I booked the ticket. Oh, what the fuck? You see that shit just fell like a fucking lawn chair, dude. Hold tight, Mr. Lawn Chair. Damn, bro, that's not how that goes. Get up off the ground. Get your back up off the wall. Yeah, come on. Did I do it wrong or something? Maybe. There's a little button here. Okay. Hopefully this time it doesn't go all bad. Shit. Fucking hell. That was a bit crazy. But yeah, anyway. It's trying to come down. I got you. It's too heavy on that one side. See? Learn something new every day. And that's what it started to learn, is learning things about myself. And, me not doing my research in my ex-relationship and doing a better job of filtering myself and seeing where I was at mentally and emotionally to see that I can make better decisions before they turn into catastrophe. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, because I think we've all had that experience where we put our jobs on the line or our lives on the line, or we put some emotions on the line and we didn't do any of our research. We just bought it, right? You just want the prize, but not the price, and I think that's what ends up happening. I had to look at my my spending habits. That was a hard thing to look at, and just saying, why am I always without money? How come I haven't stacked? What's my issue with saving? And it turns out I like to splurge, like that's my thing, is I like to splurge, and I think every day is a day to be alive and do something new. And in that, I forgot to pay the price of conservatism, or being a conservative person and having something for a rainy day, like it's raining today. I don't save any of it. I'm all in all the time. And anybody that's ever played poker, that's not a very healthy way to play poker. You run out of chips pretty quick. And sure, there's some bills, but there's things I didn't have to buy at all, and I would be all over it. Like the shirts. I bought shirts instead of my phone bill. Probably not my smartest move in a long time. The shirts have been sitting still this whole time, but my phone bill was due the whole time, and it's still off. So, my friend lent me 100 euros. I was supposed to use that for my phone bill. Ended up getting some t-shirts instead, and now I got a bunch of shirts, and I don't even have a place to sell them at, and my phone's still off. My priorities were off. And that's what it comes with extreme accountability. They were talking about, needing addiction counselors and people that have been through it before. And I was definitely thinking I'd throw my hat in the ring. Not only do I need a therapist, but to be someone else's therapist or counselor and support somebody that's going through the struggle that I know very well, intimately enough, and help someone, guide them for strength. Like life is so tough, dude. We need advisors. We need people in our corner. We need people that are positive and enlightening and help us to be better human beings. That's the plan. The plan is to level up and get away from our patterns and become the type of person that has the ability to learn. We keep talking about open mindset with this new book, but the ability to learn themselves. If you can outwit yourself, like outwitting the devil, if you can outwit yourself, then you can make it in life, But most of us we trick ourselves. We don't know our spending habits. We don't know our emotional habits. I was just talking with my friend, and once again, he just kind of walked away real quick and weird. And it's like, do you know that you're pushing people away? Do you know when you're shoving your emotions down your throat and you're not being as open or available as you might claim to be or wish to be? A lot of us are lonely because we choose to be. We choose to keep kind of beating ourselves up with whatever emotional damage that we've taken on. And instead of seeking help or finding people that are healthy for us, right, we'll double down and we'll still stay sad or angry or mad at our situations instead of putting any effort into improving our situations. And that's where the real rub comes, is to be the type of person that has the ability to learn something new and to change their trajectory inside of themselves. Laundry's done. Boom, baby, boom. That requires an existential kind of look at life. You know what I mean? It's not just something that just happens because we want it to happen. We actually got to put forth some effort. And part of my effort was rewiring my brain, telling myself I love myself every day, doing the breathing exercises. What else? What else? Um, Started reading again. And instead of my thoughts just being the only thoughts in my brain, I saw somebody else's thoughts. I saw someone else's way of coping or changing the outcome of their lives. And that's what I wanted out of Saints Addiction, is people to get sober and aware, and find out how rare life is, and how easily it is to slip into some funks and some disorders and not realize that we aren't helping ourselves. This is some extreme accountability here, that we want to blame or shift blame. It seems to be the biggest thing to do, is to just be like, is to just be like, oh, shit's all wrong and shit's not right, and that's because of you, and it's rarely us and what we've done to put ourselves in those situations. And that's where I really started to get my power back, was realizing I had made some decisions that didn't bring me any fruition. It didn't bring me any fruits. It didn't bear fruit, and it was because I was either demoralizing myself, or B, making bad decisions, or C, not understanding what my emotions were doing. And that's when I was like, okay, this has got to be, oh shit, my hoodie string trying to come out. Let me fix this while I'm talking to you. How do I get me back on track? How do I keep myself from making mistakes? And where can I stay my healthiest? And that's what it really turned out to be, was I wasn't being as healthy mentally as I could be. I wasn't being exactly nice to myself in my head. I was blaming myself for a lot of things. Like I said, shame, I know your name. That was yesterday's scope. But it's also how much effort I put in. My friends are all kind of sitting and chilling around, and I'm like, dude, I gotta go. It's just down the street. I gotta go knock on the smoke shop. I gotta figure out a way that I can earn some income and do something different than just sit around in my friend's house and babysit empty houses. I want to do something with my life, and that's exactly what this was all about. I'm making an almost full circle. 10 years ago, almost a decade, 2009, 19 to 2023. So yeah, almost 15 years ago, I made this journey of my life to say I wanted to live my life before I died. And that's what was encouraging with me and the co-pro, was like, he also wants to live. He's like, should I just sit here and watch somebody else's scope when I can go live in Melbourne and walk around Australia, I almost said Finland, walk around and show people things and do things with my life instead of watching somebody else live. And that's what I want out of this message. If anything, I wish anybody who's watching my show right now to just turn off the fucking camera and go do something with their lives, even if it's just a walk, even if it's just a talk. To boldly go and do something is really where the energy's at, because you're for sure in the same trajectory as you were if you don't do anything, versus somebody that actually gets up, gives a fuck, and does something with their lives. And that's really what I wanted people to get from their lives, is to some kind of ambition, some kind of mission, something that can keep them in a positive light, and something that they could do with their lives. And that's what I really wanted people to get out of Saints Addiction. I was going to get addicted to something else. I was going to get addicted to a new pattern or a new vibe or something else besides for what I was telling myself. And that's something that's imperative for us as people responsible for our lives and for what happens in our minds. It gave me a real power boost to say, you know what, I am living a life, not just in an egotistical way, but that I'm brave enough to keep living even after I wanted to die. That I'm still swinging, even if I don't have the answers, to give myself a chance with life. And then the extreme accountability that all the things that have ever happened in my life are because of the decisions that I made. And if I make better decisions now, then I'm going to have better results. And that's where I really started to come and dawn on me as a person, as a human being, was like, I want to have different results. And if that's really, 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 really what I want, how do I put in the effort to make that happen? 3D weed on shirts, 3D weed hoodie, the only one in the world. Here we go. I was going to have to get some extreme accountability, and that was what I was going to be addicted to instead of my dependency, which I was learning more about. It's not just like, it's like anything else. They said, is weed addictive? And then the guy goes, well, if you get up in the morning and you have coffee every morning and you're used to it, and then you don't use coffee anymore and you're grumpy to your friends and family, and you go to work and you're and everything feels like nails on a chalkboard, then you officially are addicted to coffee. But it's also the dependency and how long you go for it. And some people, we can do tolerance breaks and make our minds go back to a normal state. But the facts are, is like, once we create patterns in our lives, they're there to stay. That's the addiction part of it, is these things that I wanted to have better things stay in my life so my brain worked better for me. And that's the extreme accountability that I'm talking about. If it wasn't for these books and reading and sitting still long enough to see, it was nice not having the YouTube to go to, because it's like I got to actually sit inside myself and go, okay, self, what do you really want from life? Like, really, what is your impact of what the rest of my life? At 43, I'm going to die at 86, double it. I'm at half my lifespan. What have I done with my life? And what do I want to continue to do with my life and the energy that I have? And that's why I was talking with the co-producers, just, he's like, we can rip our shirts off. And I'm like, I don't think we need to do any of that shit, bro. I'm here to sell a shirt and eat. I'm very simple like that. This has been my dream the whole fucking time, was to just be an international designer and have my stickers and ideas and shirts all over the world, and people wear them around, and maybe someone might ask them while they're in the grocery line, hey, what's that all about? And they can talk about the struggle and flipping the struggle into strength. And maybe I need to make a strength over struggle shirt. That would be dope. That'd be a Mostly Saint shirt. But strength over struggle, man. Us being able, let me grab the other phone and write that down. Hold on. Write that down. Got my charger. Just did the laundry. About to cook some lunch at 6 o'clock, right on the dot. And strength over struggle. We all gonna need it. We're all gonna need it. That ability to take something that's bad cards that we've been dealt. Strength over struggle. That's dope. Let's see. Strength is 2, 4, 6, 8, and struggles 2, 4, 6, 8. Perfect. Strength over struggle. Mostly Saints. I write them all down. Will it show it, or? Yeah, there's some of the ideas right there. Shirt ideas 40. I go all the way till it ends and it's still going. But that's what it is. I'm still going. I had to have that same thirst and desire and addiction that keeps me compelled to keep doing this show and asking myself, how much do I really want to show? And my buddy, he was saying the same thing. It's like you kind of lose privacy, and then people show up to your show and then they try to crash your scopes, is what we used to call it, when you're live in the streets and someone's watching your live and they know where you are. So they go to where you are, even though you don't know that they're coming to you, and they crash your scopes. And it's like getting autographs with Haley if you're Eminem. I'm trying to have lunch with my family or my daughter, and you're interrupting because you want an autograph. What's more important, you or my privacy? And there's not a lot of privacy that I see. I don't really hold back that much. I haven't been that kind of person my whole life. I was just doing the things that I felt that I needed to do. I was very much shoot from the hip type person. And if my instinct said to do something, then I would do it. And then it turned out that some of the times I was just being stubborn and not wanting South Korea to be right and tell me, no, I can't smoke weed. I got my buddy going to Bali, and he's like, I guess I'll go without weed for 3 weeks because they have a zero tolerance policy until we get to Thailand where it's full on and completely legal to have marijuana, and it's been that way for the past 5,000 centuries. So or 5,000 years. So it's one of these things where, our limitations are put upon ourselves when you're literally sitting on the phone and you're watching someone else live and you're not actually living your life. That's not what Saints Addiction is all about. I wanted people to get inspired and say, okay, I'm going to turn these negatives into positives. I'm going to keep that same energy that I give to my habits and my patterns and my addictions. And what if I put it into something positive, like getting up and brushing my teeth, taking a shower, and doing the laundry and going for a walk and talk to the smoke shop again. And then he gave me a list of smoke shops in Helsinki, which I'm going to go with my friend, and then keep knocking on doors and make sure it never ends. And I got lunch with my friends on Saturday. I got another Helsinki date with my homie the next Saturday. I'm keeping my schedule busy. I'm keeping myself busy. I'm keeping myself on the push-ups. I'm keeping myself on the breathing. I'm keeping myself on the I love yous. I'm keeping myself on brushing my teeth with my left hand. I'm rewiring me. And that took extreme accountability. It had to sit there and go, okay, I have that much power. Instead of trying to desensitize myself, which would be easy to do if you're masturbating, watching movies, playing video games, that fake dopamine is right there, ready to capture you and numb you so you don't feel the time slip by. You don't feel your ability slipping and in your opportunity to switch up what's happening in our lives. We'll just let it slide by because we're numb inside. We don't want to care what's happening because that would require too much examination. That would require extreme accountability and say, oh shit, man, I have toxic behavior in me and I let this person be toxic to me, or that would have never happened if I had had done my research or had more of a deeper conversation and my next relationship and go, okay, do you want to have children? Have you ever killed a child before? Have you ever had an abortion? I didn't ask any of these questions, and she's right. I didn't really get to know her that well. I just kind of jumped in with my emotions and shot from the hip and wondering why it wasn't working when I wasn't aiming. And that's something I had to do, is sit there and be quiet and calm enough and open-minded enough to learn something new so I can aim properly and sit there and go, okay, I'm not going to watch my life slip by on the YouTubes and watch my data usage go up when I can be outside and I could be slapping stickers, or I can go visit my other friend's house. I'm at my other buddy's house now. I'm just chilling with him because I was babysitting the empty house. At least this house is full of energy, and I feel like he wants me to be here and he talks to me, versus my other friend who gets really quiet, talks from the other room, and just walks off unexpectedly instead of having deep conversations. The only time he talks to me is when he's drunk, and I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to be the guy that's still on my substance that weakens me and weakens my opportunities and chances to live my life. I know that I love my life enough and have a life enough to film that no matter where I go, something's going to happen. I don't have to rip my shirt off. I can just go, and really it doesn't matter wherever I'm, either out there on the fucking patio or I'm right here inside or I'm doing laundry. I'm doing something with my life. And that's what I wanted to do with this show, is just build on it till it became a thing. It became an entity where my friends go, oh, hey, what's your show? Send it to me. We dropped 2 trees at the same time. I want to see the video. And they're not used to being on live or recording any of their lives. So for them, it was super interesting. For me, it was my normal. I always record and document my life. And then I was just documenting my life, but I wasn't posting my life away. This whole trip I've been going, I haven't been posting anything at all, because it's just like, I'm not here to live my life to impress you. I'm here to heal my life and impress me, and see if I can do something new every day and accomplish the things that I have my mind set on. And that includes making some money so I can go to Thailand, sell some shirts. Includes getting back to the States and fulfilling the orders that my friends are starting to ask me for. They want hats and hoodies. It requires me being on a regular sleep schedule and a regular workout schedule and regular eat schedule. That keeps me regular. I got to shit regular, breathe regular, exaggerated deep breaths. I healed myself pretty quickly, and within the last 24, 48 hours, I had a cough, and it was like, my accountability to my body, and how much effort I put into not smoking a cigarette with my homies because they've mixed the tobacco with the weed here. I learned the other day that every cigarette that you have takes 11 minutes off of your life. And I was like, I'm not here to waste any more time. I'm not here to waste any more time. Even when I do these half-hour shows, I'm not wasting any time. I'm learning and I'm teaching. I'm reach, preach, and teach has always been my goal. And to preach to people that I don't think that they have the emotional control that I have found. I'm not running to cocaine anymore. It doesn't work for me. It didn't work the first time and it won't work again. Or my frequent masturbation and just be like, oh, I'm just gonna it's easier to just touch myself than to talk to a woman, to challenge myself to do something new every day. It's one of the hardest things to do, but it's one of the things that makes my life exciting. It's part of the adventure. And that's what I was telling my homie is like, I'm here for the adventure. I'm here to live my life fully and take the brakes off of it, take the what do you call them, training wheels, and do this properly. This is what I've been wanting to do is to I said 15 years ago with my toes in the sand that you're about to see, I'm going to go to that very same spot and go live again and say to people that this is where I want to be with my life. This is where I wanted to see my life go, that I wouldn't have somebody barking at me and telling me what time to be where, and that I can wake up in my own time like I did today, that I can make my own design, Saints Addiction in the house, and wear it proudly, and my friends wear it proudly, and to wear it around the world, and to use my creativity instead of my fear, and then and not use not weaken myself, but to give myself strength. And that's exactly what I've been getting, especially reading the book, especially when you have extreme accountability. When you switch your mindset to it, you're like, I'm as powerful as I allow myself to be. And if I don't allow myself to be, then I will easily go back to the movies, the masturbation, and the mundane. And I wanted to challenge my life, and I wanted to challenge other people and say, what if you do take a shot? What if you do risk it? Even if you don't have the money, I started with nothing, and now I have I got my own show. I can actually say I have a YouTube channel. I can actually say I have a clothing brand. I can actually say that I own my own business, and I can actually say that I'm sober, and then I don't have to fucking run and hide from anything. That I'm a world traveler, and I got to continue to expand my horizons, even if my life didn't go as perfect or as planned as I wish it to be. I still got to see plenty of things, and to give some gratitude to those things instead of being like, oh well, I wasn't happy in that moment, but I still got to see La Sagrada Familia, the sacred family church in the middle of Barcelona. I wasn't feeling well that day, and I had to admit it. I wasn't having a good mental health day, but I was there, and that's what matters. It's like when you show up in your own life, when you show up for yourself, not blaming others, and not beating yourself up too bad. One of the things that's easy to say is like, I can do something now. I can stop wasting my future on the past and start living in the now, the power of now. Eckhart Tolle, another really good book. But to see that you can launch yourself, that you can make stuff happen, you can get a vision and bring it into reality. And it's not just a dream world, and it's not just a daydream, and it's not just magic, but it's effort, and it's concentrated effort. And we're so potent. It's like garlic or onion. It's so potent. If you want to use it, getting the last of it out. If you want to lose it, then don't use it. But if you use it, you won't lose it. And that's what I've been learning to myself is, okay, I do have the ability to read and pick up a new book, and I'm almost done with this one. I'm already halfway past it. There's plenty of indexes in the back of people that I want to learn from. These recommendations, these books that are in the back, there's some 200 books here. Let me get to the front of it, that I'm like, you know what? In my notes, those that are taking notes, there's plenty of books that need to be read at the end of this, that she sourced, how she got her information. And I want to go after them, A few modern philosophers. In fact, as Gilbert Gottberg, I don't even know, Robert Sternberg, intelligence, competence, and expertise. A view from two mindsets. Research was conducted with Wing Zhang Xiao and Claudia Muller. Isn't that her name? Claudia, no, it's Carol. In fact, studies show. Recently, we set out to see through the ages these alleged physical differences. When I was younger researcher, there's so many books that other really smart people have wrote, and I haven't even begun to learn from them. And I'm getting a thirst for life again. I'm getting that feeling that I can teach myself new tricks. I can put myself in a better mood and not sit there and dwell in the mood. I control my own mindset in the mornings, and I said, okay, first thing first, pop up, get on them teeth, brush with the left, get those I love yous in. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to do your push-ups. Don't forget to read. And that's my morning. That's my new morning. And I don't eat till 3. It's now 6. Fasting has helped me tremendously in keeping the weight off, and it also keeps my metabolism up. And even though it's getting cold, and even though it's getting windy, rainy, snowy, whatever it wants to do outside, I got summer on the inside. I'm heading to Thailand. I'm heading to warmer weather, and I'm headed to a new destination, a new adventure with my both my friends. One of my friends might get to show up. It would be nice to see him and live my life better on my own terms. And that was what I was talking about today with extreme accountability, was to stay consistent with yourself. Don't let yourself down. You know what I mean? You have more power inside you than you realize. And to be able to use that power and to use the force in something positive in your life, something that moves you ahead instead of detrimenting you or degenerating you, or keeping you in the same spot. I wanted people to move forward and get to that level that they know they can be at, because it came to me. It came to me, dude. That I wanted to own my own business. And now that I do, I kind of have to pinch myself, because that's all I wished for. And it wasn't just brands, it wasn't travel, it wasn't anything. I just wanted to own my own business really, really bad. And now I do. And does it function as well as it should? Yeah, I mean, sure, as soon as I turn on my phone, but I still get orders. Even with my phone off, people seek me out and ask me for services and hand me money. And I can make money and generate my own income and generate my own schedule and generate my own life. And that's the power that you have inside you, not just me. No, I know I'm powerful, but so are you as people, as individuals, that we have so many creative things inside of us. We got only so many days on the planet left. And what we do with those days will determine our outcome. And that's what I wanted to do, is live my life, the end of my life, better. You know, I mean, who doesn't want to live or have better things, or have more, or do more things with their lives? I'm actually doing it, and without any money, without any love, without any support, without any of that stuff. I just took action, and it's bold action, and that's what I wanted people to do: is start taking action in their lives, start taking accountability for their lives, and change their mindset so that their lives can change too. That's your morning motivation. All my heart from the start. Your boy Marky Saints Addiction. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon, because that means goodbye, but not forever and Phoenix. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. And get below. I want to hear if you watch this at all. Comment below and tell me, how have you taken extreme accountability in your life, and say, hey, I want this to change, and how do I change it? And stop bitching about it, whining about it, and letting days slip by, but taking action, and bold action, and boldly going somewhere and doing something with our lives. That's what matters to me. So all those things that bullshit us and slow us down, I wanted you to change them up. Stop being in front of the TV. Stop being on the phone. Start going for walks. Start going for workouts. Start changing your life, and watch how things will transform for you, magically but intentionally. Peace. I'll see you on the other side. Ciao.